But when I talked with Sandra, she was reflecting not on coming in first, but on the movie she says she should have said no to. Her image, the sweet, goody two-shoes girl next door. Wrong, says Sandra Bullock. She tells us she's actually more like the free-spirited, devil-may-care traveler in Forces of Nature than any woman she's ever played.
It's Sandy more in this character than most anything I've done.
Really?
Yeah. So this is, sort of a private side of yourself. You go, oh, it's okay to do this and have a good time. Because within the context of a comedy. For anything else, I probably wouldn't have done it.
I'm really sorry about that kissing thing. I'd known you were getting married, I never would have made it open mouth.
Sandra admits she felt right at home in this romantic road tale with Ben Affleck. It's certainly a far cry from her earlier action work, most notably the big-budget flop, Speed 2.
I love the energy of action, but I did an action film that was incredibly bad, that I'm incredibly gun-shy, from it. And it has to have something that's unusual, and it has to be of substance rather than, what that was.
Was that a sequel?
I think it might have been a sequel, yeah. And it wasn't the Titanic boat movie.
Okay.
It was the other. It was like the other white meat.
The 34-year-old actress can joke about a critical bomb because, she insists, the only way to learn is to fail. I read a couple articles about you where you talk about some movies that you've liked and some you haven't, and that you've learned from that.
I wish I'd known certain things then what I know now in order to either have gotten out of certain films or have done things differently. I don't think anything's a mistake as long as you don't repeat it. As long as you learn from it and say, you know what, that is what it was. I mean, I know which films stunk, and I know which films I'm really proud of, regardless of whether they made money or not.
This time around, though, Sandra has plenty to beat her chest about. Forces of Nature is the #1 film at the box office for the second week. Not that raking in the big bucks is Sandra's top priority.
Who cares?
Who cares?
I'm sure the studio would like for it to do well. I mean, we set out to make the film that we wanted to make, and there's a lot of things in it that aren't conventional. And if they really wanted to ensure that and be mainstream, they would have, adhered to the cookie cutter, results, but they didn't.
There are a lot of